So it looks like Drake is having issues in Australia, y'all. So it looks like Drake postpones remaining dates of Australia and New Zealand tour. So this is for the Anita Max Win tour. This is where Drake had went to do the tour. And I guess he was splitting the dates between Australia and New Zealand. It says here that he had 4 shows left out of the 16-date sold-out tour of Australia and New Zealand. Drake has cut short his latest trip down under. Now, it says here that he was able to sell out 16 dates, but he only left 4 left that he's going to postpone. Now, moving forward with this, it says that Drake has called off the remaining dates of his current tour. News of the postponement comes just hours after OVO wrapped up a performance in Brisbane, which itself took place alongside swirling rumors of an impending premature end to the trek. On the afternoon of Wednesday, February 26th, in Australia time, it was confirmed that Drake has indeed axed the remaining dates of his tour down under. Per Rolling Stone over there in Austin in New Zealand, this statement had came from the musician's representatives and has confirmed that the remaining 4 shows of the Anita Max Win tour have been axed due to scheduling conflict. Scheduling conflict. Now that is pretty strange. The rep added, "We are actively working on rescheduling these dates along with adding some additional shows. All tickets for effective shows will remain valid for new dates." The statement continued, "Refunds will be available for those who prefer, but please note that these shows are sold out. Any refunded tickets will be released for sale. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience. Drake and the entire team have had an incredible time doing these shows and are excited to return soon. We look forward to sharing the rescheduled dates with you as soon as possible." Drake's Australian tour launched on February 4th with 2 nights in Perth and was followed by 4 shows each in Melbourne and Sydney, and an additional 2 dates in Brisbane. Further shows in Sydney and Brisbane were planned for next week with an already postponed pair of dates. New Zealand scheduled for mid-March. The tour was Drake's first visit to both Australia and New Zealand since 2017. Now, the rest of the article explains that Drake has been going viral for everybody who's been at these concerts requesting money or requesting favors from Drake, and Drake has been giving them as he reads the signs out in the crowd, such as this picture here. Now, it's funny that he said scheduling conflicts. A lot of people here are saying, what scheduling conflicts? He can never be honest and just admit he got tired of giving away tickets for free on the radio. Now, that's just one opinion. I really believe that the main reason why he's rescheduling is because of that lawsuit. I feel like in some type of way, this lawsuit was just recently updated, and right after the update, Drake postponed his tour. I'm wondering if any of this has anything to do with his lawsuit. That's the most recent thing that had happened between Drake and UMG. It's the recent news that occurred with Drake, and I'm wondering if that's the case why he's postponing these dates. But I do feel like scheduling conflict is something that rappers say when they aren't able to tell the truth of why they're actually rescheduling their concert. And it's led a lot of people to be upset. A lot of people from Australia, New Zealand that actually bought tickets for this tour are getting upset at Drake for postponing, for delaying, whatever the case may be. They're very upset about this. A lot of the fans over there in New Zealand have actually been expressing how they feel online regarding Drake's cancellation. You can see here a lot of people are upset. They're saying things like, they not like us because he's not like us, waiting for Kendrick to come to New Zealand. And as you can see, a lot of people are feeling some type of way about this situation. A lot of people are truly upset. But like I said, this comes right after the lawsuit and the update that the lawsuit just had between Drake and UMG, where Drake was talking about the Super Bowl, where Drake was talking about the 133.5 million viewers. And I feel like this might be the reason why. I feel like because of the situation that happened with this lawsuit and because he had to express how he felt about the Super Bowl, where he was ridiculed in front of everybody, it could be an educated guess, but I'm guessing that he had postponed this because of the update in the case. Maybe he feels because of this news about the lawsuit had made its way to the public, expressing how he felt about the Super Bowl. It just made me feel like him postponing it was so that way this situation could calm down. The talk about the lawsuit could go away, and then he continues to do the tour when the attention is away from this lawsuit. Now, that's just my guess. Drake is very indirect when he does these type of things, but who knows the real reason? Like I said, when Drake gets involved with situations like this, he's very indirect. He doesn't really say the direct reason why he's doing something. It's never the real answer that he wants to give. Whether it is the lawsuit or it's something else, it could be something going on with the show, whether it's ticket sales, whatever the case may be. I'm not sure why they're saying it's a sold out show, however, when there's still tickets available for purchase. So I don't know why Billboard is saying that Drake had sold out shows when there's some available tickets for some dates. especially the dates that were canceled. It looks like there was some availability, but now it's changed to not available, most likely because he postponed and canceled the shows. But at this time, your guess is as good as mine. Why he canceled the shows, why he's not showing up to these shows on the scheduled date. And it's funny because he's postponing these dates for this tour. I think right around the time where he's set to do the lawsuit, they said between March or April. April 2nd is the deadline. But UMG was telling him, well, you could do it in March. That's the closest that we'll give you. But mid March, which matches up to these dates right here. So there could be a possibility that he's actually postponing these dates because he doesn't know when he has to go to court. He doesn't know when he'll actually have to start doing this conference that he wanted with this lawsuit. So if I were to take an educated guess here, I really think it's because of the lawsuit. Drake's trying to hurry this up. He postpones the dates because he's trying to shoot for some availability to start this meeting. But these are all guesses here. I'm just assuming. But back in the last video that I did, Drake was trying to move this conference with UMG in the lawsuit to March around this time. But UMG is pushing for the deadline, which is April 2nd. So that could also be another possibility. Drake postponing the date so that way he could say that he's available for these dates to be seen in court. Who knows? Rather it's the lawsuit, rather there's issues with ticket sales, rather there's issues with the venue, whatever the case may be, your guess is as good as mine. But one thing that I could say for sure is Drake is not telling us the real truth why he's postponing these dates. Now that I'm thinking about it, taking a second guess here, I really do think it might be because of the lawsuit. Now, remember at the end of the 4th page that was updated in this lawsuit, it said that the conference needs to happen by no later than March 5th, 2025, which is 21 days prior to the deadline, which was April 2nd, like I said in the last video, for the parties to submit a proposed case management plan and scheduling order. Now, that could be the scheduling conflict that Drake is talking about. Like I said, the only scheduling conflict that he has would be this lawsuit. But if UMG wins and does the lawsuit by the deadline, April 2nd, then he might need to reactivate these dates, or he might need to schedule them with more dates later down the line. Looking at it here, looking at this, and looking at the lawsuit here and what it says right here at the very bottom, it seems like this might be the actual possibility. The lawsuit could be interfering with his tour. But like I said, that's all just an educated guess. You could tell me how you feel about it in the comments. Do you feel like it's something going on at the shows? Do you feel like it's the lawsuit? Do you feel like it's the conflicting schedule? Y'all let me know and get back to me, man. Do you think it's the lawsuit? Do you think it's the shows? Do you think it's the issues over there in New Zealand? Y'all could tell me how you feel about that in the comments, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.